And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes! 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 Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live, here for the postgame. Game 1 of San Francisco Giants versus the San Diego Padres down in Petco Park. Yeah, it was bad. As a matter of fact, I think I saw a tweet. The second largest population, listen to me, fan attendance that they've ever had. I guess it was Tony Gwynn bobblehead night. So everybody came out to go watch that game. Unfortunately, it was a loss for the Giants. They lose 7-4 in this first game. Webb didn't have it today. Hey, it happens, guys. Gave up 5 runs. I think, he went 5 innings, gave up 9 hits, 5 earned runs. Again, he just didn't have it. Look, we could squarely put the reason why, right, to a certain extent, was Logan Webb didn't go out there and he wasn't competitive today. Does it mean he's going to be like that every day? No. But today, it was pretty bad. The lineup was able to score 4 runs, which isn't bad. It was nice to see Willy Adames come alive. He had a home run and a double. What'd you think, Glenn?
I thought you got a lot of what you normally get from the San Francisco Giants, Eric. The batting is sporadic at best. I'm going to say sporadic because it's not bad, but it ain't good. Logan Webb, I said to you before the show started, he always seems to pitch to the level of the competition, man. He always seems to pitch to the level of the competition. He can go out and he can beat the Miami Marlins. Here we are. First game. This, to me, it's like playoff atmosphere there tonight, Eric.
Yeah, it is.
This is the first game in our own division, and he lays an egg. Not liking it. Somebody said in the chat just a few minutes ago that Logan Webb, he's a real good pitcher. Not great. He's real good. And I got to stick with that. Thanks to Lou, too. I didn't make it on Sunday. We had a very, very busy Sunday and Monday. On the radio side of things. All my radio stations were covering the election up here, so I missed the show Sunday night. And I caught it. It was on while I was working. I'll be back next weekend. But Eric, I don't know. You don't necessarily have to agree with me, but I didn't like what I saw from the pitching tonight. And Eric, here's a question for you. So if he doesn't have it, you're coming off a bit of a break. You got back.
Day off. Got a day off.
Were you surprised they didn't go to the bullpen earlier?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you can kind of see that Logan Webb really didn't have it. Now, let's talk about this, though.
And it wasn't a bad inning, right? It wasn't a bad inning. It was continuous.
Let's talk. Right, yeah. Well, yeah, the first inning was 3 runs.
They were getting runners on every
But the thing is, the Giants came back. The score got to 5-4. So the
Giants had to face their bullpen.
Well, let me get into it, guys. And this is another thing. I've been raving about the Giants bullpen, but I'm going to tell you something. Man, that San Diego's bullpen, if any team is down and you got to face that bullpen, good luck. That is a dominant bullpen. So, I mean, you have to get to the starter. At this particular time for the San Diego Padres, you have to get to the starter. If you don't get to the starter, you're going to be in for a very long night against that bullpen because they're just lights out. Every guy that came in, I think, had a sub-2 ERA, man. It's crazy. So, again, kudos to the Padres. They were able to, and look, the hits that they were getting off of Logan Webb, they weren't solid. They were just a little dying duck out to right field, a ground ball up the middle, a ground ball to the left. I mean, it wasn't like they were crushing them. It's just they were getting hits. That's just sometimes that happens. I don't think it's indicative of what Webb will do the rest of the season. Look, people have a bad game. It happens. I'll just chalk that one up as, hey, yeah, he just couldn't get it done. Would have been nice. Absolutely. Especially this is your first game against your own division, right? A team against, or you're facing a team in your own division. But yeah, I mean, one thing I did like, the Giants didn't give up to a certain extent. Now, the problem is, and I said this already, once you get into that bullpen, you're asking a lot from this club to try to go out there and score some more runs to try to get ahead. But yeah, hey, should we get to the box score and get into this? Why not? Huh?
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giants Sports Talk Live.
And there it is. Padres beat the Giants 7-4. Padres improved to 18-11. Giants drop to 19-11. Still good. By the way, did you watch that crazy ending in that game that you missed on Sunday? With the Little League home run by Elliot Ramos. They were throwing the ball all over the place. It was a freaking sing. Did you see? Unbelievable.
Another lucky win, dude.
Well, hey, blame the defense. That's what happens, man. When the guys throw it all over the place, that's what happens.
When the other team hands you the win, you're lucky.
Hey, that's part of baseball.
They didn't earn it.
Oh, come on. All right, anyways, let's do this. San Francisco scores 4 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. San Diego, 11 hits, or I should say 7 runs on 11 hits. Pivetta gets the win. He goes to 5-1. Look at that ERA. Sub-2. I mean, it's tough. Sometimes you got to acknowledge the other team was just better. Webb goes to 3-2. Still, even giving up 5 earned runs, his ERA is still below 3. So that's how good Webb has been doing this year. Suarez, look at that. His 11th save already. .69 ERA. Wow. All right, here we go. Box score. A lot of strikeouts again. I expected that, though, with Pivetta and their bullpen. Yastrzemski, no hits. Adames, again, 2 hits. With 1 RBI, 2 runs scored. He had a home run, and he had a double. Lee had a hit with an RBI. Chapman looked ugly. 3 strikeouts. Flores, dude. Golden sombrero, dude. Holy crap. That you don't want to see that. He came up 4 times, struck out 4 times.
Yeah,
Ramos,
by the way, Robbie, I'm not interested in a trade right now. Nope. I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger.
Wade. Oh, I'm sorry. Ramos had a hit. I like what he did today. His at-bats looked a lot better. He had one spectacular defensive play, and he had one that was kind of dookie. Wade had a huge double down the line, scored 2 runs. That was a key part in the game there for the Giants. It was nice to see Wade come through with a hit like that. Bailey had a hit. By the way, did you see what Bailey was swinging today?
Well, if I was Bailey or Wade, I'd be trying anything. I'd be going up there with a 2x4 if it could get me a hit, Eric.
Yeah, he was using Fitzgerald's torpedo bat. I guess the Giants
broke it.
Giants only have 2, I guess.
And he broke one of them.
Did he break it?
Yeah. Didn't you see? Wow. He didn't take the torpedo up every at bat. They said, "Oh, he broke his bat."
Did he, or did he go? I can't remember if he went right-handed or not.
The guys in
he swings a different bat.
He must have broke the bat. So.
And Fitzgerald had 1 hit with 2 strikeouts. Again, 14 strikeouts for the club. That's not very good. They were 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. That tells you how many times the Giants had someone on second or third base. Not very many times. And then Adames had that throwing error that unfortunately Wade couldn't pick. There's kind of the story of the game right here. Webb, 9 hits, 5 earned, only 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. But again, he gave up so many hits and also earned runs. It just wasn't his day. Eric Miller came in for a clean inning, came in for a nice inning. Rodriguez, unfortunately, he gave up his first runs of the year. It was a line shot, man. I mean, it was a line shot down the left field line. Was able to clear that wall, and unfortunately, he tacked on 2 more runs for the Padres with that one. And then Trevino came in with a clean inning. So there you go. Yeah, 47,000 at the park today. Woo! Again, bobblehead day for Tony Gwynn. Well, there you go, man. I mean, it's only going to be 2 games against the Padres. If they were going to come out with a split, I would be delighted. It's going to be tough tomorrow. But again, and I know you kind of were talking about Webb, and it happens. Yes, I would have loved to seen a much better performance from Webb, but hey, he did induce a lot of weak contact. Unfortunately, the contact that was made, the ball found grass, and the Padres were able to capitalize. So, would you think of the Padres, man? They're pretty damn good, man.
The Padres have a great squad. Plus, they've got the pitching, Eric. They're
right now they do, and this is why.
They've got a decent blend of the guys like Arise. They've got.
Yeah, he just came back today.
Type hitters, your punch and Judy hitters. They've got home run hitters, dude. That's a well constructed ball club.
It is. And Ibrahim, I see him talking about Adames, and we could get in that here in a little bit too. I 100% agree with you, Ibrahim. But I said this from the very beginning, even in the offseason, a lot of people were down on the Padres. I'm like, look, do not count out the Padres. They played some great ball last year, and the only thing they lost, what did they lose last year? They lost from last year to this year. Jurickson and Profar, right? And that's that. And what else? Who else did they lose? Did they lose anybody else? Oh, Musgrave wasn't going to be there because he had Tommy John, but they went out and signed Nick Pivetta. They still have Michael Keane. You still have Dylan Cease. And the lineup is still going to be formidable. And they are. I mean, that's why I'm like, look, and I thought maybe in the very beginning when the news first broke about the crazy stuff going on with the ownership, if that trickled down to the players not getting paid or something to that effect, okay, I could see that being a problem. But it wasn't affecting what was going on in the clubhouse or on the field. And there you go. I mean, the Padres are a damn good team, man. They were 1 win away from freaking advancing to the CS last year. Fortunately, they couldn't get it.
It's a rumble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a rumble.
But what about Adames? You like what you saw Adames? I think if you notice his last couple of games, he's been getting a lot more solid contact. I mean, they haven't been going for hits, but today, an opposite field home run, a nice double in left center. Maybe he's starting to come around, huh?
He's swinging the bat a little bit better, but you know what? You got to take the good with the bad. As much as his bat starts going, dude, his fielding. You see that? You see his throw to first base and where he caught Lamont. Lamont was singing soprano. Holy
yeah. Whoa. Whoops.
That was easy out. And I don't know. I don't know what you see in signing a guy like Willy Adames for the money you gave him, Eric. Long term, biggest contract. Yeah. And he's a very good player. Very good player. Would be sought around the league. Was anybody else willing to pay him that kind of money, Eric?
Probably. To be honest with you, I think they were. I'm sure there was clubs that were close.
So what does he bring to the table? And don't anybody say, "Oh, he's a great clubhouse guy." Just what does he bring to your lineup on a daily basis?
He's got glove. That. It's not. It wasn't for his glove. It was primarily for his bat. Can he play a serviceable to above average shortstop? Sure. Yeah, sure. But more importantly, you had to get his bat in the lineup. And now his bat is starting to show something. So we're going to have to see where this goes. Again, that's why the first month of the season, I don't put so much stock. You don't want to get buried, right? You don't want to be freaking 10 games below 500. If you came out of April with a 500 record, hey, that's okay. Look what the Giants are doing right now. They're 8 games above 500. That's getting right. Am I right on that?
Thank
Did
you,
I say
Lou.
with 19 and 11?
Thank you.
Yeah, 8 games above 500. And there's only one more day in April. That's huge, man. That's huge. So the club is doing something right now. A lot of people, and I think Glenn, you've talked about this, talking about smoke and mirrors. Yeah, there's been times where it's been like that, but there's also been times where they've gone out there and they have dominated. And all of it's going to catch up eventually once you come around to October time. I like what I'm seeing right now, and we'll see what happens. What's interesting is look from unlikely heroes, right? So you had Flores and Chapman, both of them who accounted for 7 of the 14 strikeouts, and then Wade comes up and picks them up to a certain extent, right? While other guys are scuffling, now you got other guys who haven't been really showing up. Adames is another one. He hasn't really been showing up, and he came through today. Wade came through today. So now the key is to try to get everybody on that same page, man. You want, more than half of your lineup, out there at least producing. Ideally, maybe, 7 or 6 or 7 guys, but it's interesting how this club is doing it right now. I would love to see them all just kind of get going all at the same time, but hey, it's baseball, and sometimes you just can't do that. You can't.
Baseball, Eric. It's baseball.
It's baseball. Damn it.
What's our record, Eric?
19-11. It's pretty amazing. I tell you, I did not see this coming. I did not see a 19-11 freaking April. I didn't.
Eric, I think you know what? Well, okay, here's a question for you. Tomorrow, final day of the month, Eric.
Tough.
When it's too early to talk about things. It's too early. When is it too early? When does this too early foolishness stop?
It depends. I mean, everyone has their own.
Lamont Wade Jr. next week goes 0 for 12. Well, it's still too early in the season. How long is too early, Eric?
I tell you what.
Dude, he had a big clutch. He had a big 2 RBI hit tonight.
Yeah, it was huge.
That's all he did. That's all he did.
He did more.
He's batting 120, Eric.
Yeah, but the problem is he's got to come out of it. Long as it's going up and not staying, right? If it's going up, we're good. If it's staying,
1 for 2 or 1 for 3? I think it was 1
for 3.
1 for 3.
Because he drew a walk. So
that is an outstanding night for him.
It is.
Dude,
and
they're making a mistake. If they don't make a change at first base, dude, they're just sauntering through this thing.
I tell you what, if he could get 1 hit and a walk a day, I'd be okay. I'd be okay with that. When's it not going to be early? Sometime in May, right? Maybe middle of May. Then you could stop saying it's early. Because again, it's 6 months worth of baseball, guys. And the first month, again, I just kind of chalk it up to see guys got to get in their quote unquote groove. And then usually middle of May, getting into June, especially in June when it's getting warm, the bats really start. They really start lighting up when it gets warm out. Because hey, look, there's a lot of weather still going on out there that where you're having some.
He said it was cold at the ballpark in San Diego today, and
That's
I've been to
heard.
San Diego countless Giants games, dude. I haven't been there when it's cool, let alone cold. So
Yeah.
I guess a little cold spell there. Here's a question that just came in. Joey says, Glenn, is it also too early to call them a good team? Are they a good team, Eric? Because I don't think they're a great team. They're a good team.
In respect to their record, yeah, they're good. Right?
Call them a good team.
Yeah, good team.
It's not too early to call them a good team based on the record.
Yeah, I mean, look at that 19-11. They're doing something. They're doing something, right?
And so I'm just wondering how long it will be before Posey and the organization decide, look, here are our weaknesses. What the hell are we doing about it?
They're going to do it at probably trade deadline. I guarantee you that's when they make the move.
Too late.
The watch. And unless someone just continue. Okay, let's use an example. If Wade is still hitting 100 in the middle of May, maybe even towards the end of May, then I think maybe they make a move before the trade deadline. If he starts hitting, well, then that's a different story. So we'll see how this all plans out. I don't think they're in any kind of rush, to be honest with you, because look, they got there's a few what do you want to call it? Stop gaps, right? To a certain extent, Wade and Yastrzemski at this particular time, considering where they are as far as their contract is concerned, they're probably a stopgap. Are they going to get signed next year? Probably not, because they're going to be fetching free agent type money, and I don't know if the Giants would want to go after them, to be honest with you. And plus, you got Eldridge coming up.
I agree with the guys in the chat. This is a good team, Eric.
Yeah, it's a good team. Yeah,
still say it's going to be a 79-win team.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, you never know.
And I think we'll have a serious conversation next weekend. Dan, Lou, yourself, and I. Mm-hmm. Hot corner should be cooking. We've got a series coming up this weekend against the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, we got to take care of that business.
You take care of business, or it's going to open some eyes.
And it's a 4-gamer.
Yes.
It's a 4-gamer, and it's not in Colorado, so you're not going to have to worry about that craziness. It's going to be at home.
You can't say that going into that series. You're not you know what? Guys will say it.
They got to win 3 or 4.
What? If we split,
3 or 4.
Okay.
No.
We can't split against Colorado.
No.
Eric?
3 or 4. You got to take 3 or 4 against Colorado. Have to. If you're able to take 3 or 4 from freaking Milwaukee, you got to take 3 and 4 from Colorado. You got to. That's a must. 100%.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we split the weekend series at home because we're at home. We split. I think we lose tomorrow to Michael King. His team is coming back to 500 baseball, Eric.
Think so. We'll see. Lou says Giants need a first baseman and a DH. After 4-game series against Colorado, we play solid teams. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And I think Lou also said he's got to win 3 or 4. But yeah, that might be something that has to be addressed. There's no doubt about it. When are they going to address it? Are they going to address it? That's the $64,000 question there. Because it seems like Buster Posey is giving these guys, their opportunity to see if they could come around.
Do you still think it was a wise decision to move off a left-handed pitcher in the bullpen, Eric?
Ooh, yeah.
Because I question some of the moves. It's sometimes this team makes me feel like they're taking 2 steps forward and they still take a step backwards. They didn't trade Rodgers and have us going, wow, Eric, fill the balloons with helium and let's have a parade, because we didn't land. Like it wasn't a monumental trade. It was like, what are we doing?
They just freed up money. They freed up money. That's all that was 100%. All they did is free up, was it $6 million, something like that.
And where am I seeing that money on the ballpark?
Nowhere. You're not seeing it anywhere. Now,
exactly.
Does that maybe, I don't know what their intentions are. Maybe it's at the trade deadline, they could go after a bigger guy. That's, depending on what happens, because again, we don't know what will happen at the trade deadline, what teams will be scuffling, who may or may not be available. And you can afford to go out there and get someone without quote unquote exceeding the CBT. So maybe that is, I don't know. Again, I'm spitballing here. I don't know. I'm just taking a stab in the dark at this.
Anyway, I'm not changing my tune, Eric, because it's, as you say, it's too early in the season. I said 79 wins.
It is.
They're going to have some, Eric, they're going to have some bad series ahead. They're going to go stretches where they don't win. All teams do.
All teams do. Yes.
There are going to be stretches when they win 2 or 3 out of 10.
Exactly. Look at, and
I think there'll be some bad months thrown in. Dude, anyway,
maybe.
I think getting off, you know what? Maybe it's great to get off to the start we got off to.
Yes, correct.
But I also think that I'm not changing my tune. I also think that has set a precedence now with it among the fan base, that all of a sudden the fans are, it's what am I trying to say? The quality of the start to the season we had, the first road trip and homestand, if you want to add them all up, great opening day. Mm-hmm. But maybe the expectations now are a little bit too high.
There could be there's no doubt about it. When you go 8-1 in your first 9, people are going to get a little bit crazy, so to speak, right? It's part of being, it's human nature, right? It is. You're going to see this and you're going to think that they're invincible. They're never going to lose a game. in the 162 game season. I mean, it just people feel that way.
The way people
That's
were
the thing.
talking about it at the start of the year after a first road trip.
I get it. And you just got to be patient, understand. And like to your point, there's going to be times in a season where they run into rough patches. It's how you be able to recover. How do you react to those bad stretches? Are you going to let it consume you to the point to where it totally tanks you? Or do you go, okay, it's just part of baseball. You just let it roll off the back of your back like a duck. And then you keep going on and go out there and do what you got to do. So we'll see. The key thing is right now, though, I'll tell you one thing. It's huge for the San Francisco Giants right now. And it's the health. The health is huge right now. There is nobody hurt other than Casey Schmidt, who was basically a bench guy, but your pitchers are all good. Everybody else is all healthy. And that's all you can ask for, because to start off the season, the last thing you want to do is having guys go on the freaking IL for freaking obliques and hamstrings and all this other jazz. So it's great to see that the Giants are healthy. They're well positioned, right? As long as they can stay healthy and go out there and do what they got to do, everything should be fine.
I'm not changing my tune now, Lou. It's exactly what I see. And
you see what I see
only agrees too. Oh, sorry. The smoke in the mirror lineup won't hold up in the long.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Kike Hernandez is pitching. Oh, the Dodgers must be getting blown out, huh? Are the Dodgers getting blown out?
Oh, they're winning. What was it? 14?
Oh, are they blowing someone out? Oh, it's the other way around.
15-2.
Never mind.
15.
Disregard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? I said that even after the homestand and the way we started on the road, Eric. How many? We won. Talk about smoke and mirrors. I don't have to go back and remind people. We won a game. People say we aren't. Oh, God, I'm getting wound up. But I haven't been wound up for a while, Eric. You know that? We won a game in Houston where we struck out 17 freaking times, Eric. You say that's not luck?
It's baseball.
Wilmer Flores.
That's what I chalk it up as.
In Houston, a walk-off home run. Some luck there. Sunday afternoon. First run. What the hell was Puke Jackson doing to me? My fantasy league. He threw the ball to, I have a game of catch with the right fielder, and the right fielder throws it to first. The first baseman throws it to the left fielder. The game was over. Dude.
That was awesome.
Texas gave it away. That's lucky. You didn't have to earn it. That's luck.
You are earning it, because you got to say no.
You don't.
Baseball. Hold on. Okay.
You don't earn it when it's handed to you.
Right. No, but it's that's the thing. If someone screws up on it, that's with any sport. If you can't play defense, then the other team is going to score. Whether it's hockey, football, basketball, baseball, you don't play defense and you throw the ball. For example, in baseball, you're throwing the ball, as you said. If the pitcher's throwing it to the right fielder and the first baseman's throwing it to the left fielder, well, you're just giving it to what is the guy supposed to do? Just sit there and just say,
yes, it's being given to you. You didn't earn it.
But it is earning it, because you're allowed.
Eric, if I give you $5 every Friday, and at the end of the year you go, I got $75 in my pocket. Did you earn it? No, I gave it to you.
No. If Ellie De La Cruz is stealing second base and the catcher throws it into center field, is that because the center fielder was worried about Ellie stealing and he wasn't throwing the ball like he wanted?
And he gets the extra base or he scores? What are you talking about?
No, what I'm saying is he's able to score, and then if he takes the extra base, it's not because necessarily that the catcher, he put the pressure on the catcher so that he does mess up. Do you see what I'm saying?
Dude, there was no pressure on the play.
Yes, there was.
Ramos didn't put pressure on anybody.
Yes, he did. He hit it, and he was running up the line. The pitcher panicked, grabbed the ball. It was almost the end of the game. He chucks it, right? First baseman couldn't field it. So Ramos goes to second base. The right fielder doesn't know what the hell or was it the right fielder? Yeah, the right fielder got it. And then he trucks it. He saw him running the third. He's panicking. Oh, I don't want him to get the third. He throws it. You're putting pressure on the defense. If you're putting pressure on the defense, you create those mistakes. It's part of the game. Whether it's a bunt, whether it's a sacrifice, whether it's a hit and run, you're putting pressure on the defense. So that's why I don't use quote unquote luck. Now, luck, for example, remember when Christian Yelich bobbled that ball? To a certain extent, that's more luck because the guy should have caught it. but it hit off his glove. That, for me, you're not putting pressure on him. He's making a routine play, and it goes off his glove. That, to me, is luck. When you're putting pressure on the defense, to me, that's not luck. You're putting pressure on the defense to make them make those plays, and if they can't, well, then you take advantage of it. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. I don't agree with it, but it makes sense.
All right, then.
I say you didn't earn it.
Right.
You didn't earn it.
All right. That's fair.
I see your, I wouldn't say there's wisdom to your comment, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Out in right field.
Brian, what's up? Brian Trujillo. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. Well, hold on. Who is your guy? There was a guy that you liked. I remember seeing in the off season. Oh, there was someone he was big on, and I can't remember who it was. It'll come to me. I know you'll remind me, Brian, but he goes, better win tomorrow. Yeah, they need to, man. Brian, 100%. They need to win tomorrow. You got to come out with a split against San Diego. It's going to be tough. You got Michael King. What is Michael King? What's his numbers right now, by the way?
Tomorrow you got, he's mentioned you got Michael King. Oh, by the way, it's an afternoon. Early start tomorrow, Eric. That'll be at 1:10 tomorrow afternoon, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the Giants are 19-10. The Padres 17-11. 2 equal ball clubs. Roop 2-1, 4.56. King 3-1, 2.08 ERA.
Ooh, see, it's gonna be tough.
Oh, big
Mark,
2.18.
That's fair.
2.18.
That's fair. That's fair, Mark.
2.18.
That is fair.
ERA.
That is fair. 3-1 with a 3 ERA. Yeah, there you go. I think it's actually a 2 ERA. You said 2, right?
His ERA 2.18.
That's good. That's good.
But Eric, I don't know. Maybe the luck might be in the cards tomorrow. With the right-handed pitcher we're facing.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, I like some of the at-bats today. For some of them, others not so much. Chapman and Flores are just big zeros today, man. Talk about not coming through. Oh my goodness, man.
Lou mentioned earlier in the show about the first base situation. Eric, I think that if you're off to this good start and you want to piss it away and go back to playing 500 baseball, and then at the end of the year, what happens when they miss the playoffs and people are like, how could we miss the playoffs when we started the season? You know, look at the record we had, and we were dominating. Eric, that's why I ask, when is it, quote unquote, too early? Because we see the glaring weaknesses in this club.
Is it glaring?
When a guy's batting 118 at the end of the month and he can't string
I get it.
2 games in a row with a hit.
Yeah. Hey, Conforto's doing the same thing with the Dodgers, and he was a guy they got in the offseason. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. That is the weird dude. You're about to see the weirdest helmet ever in MLB. Senior, thank you for that picture. What in the hell is this, dude? Hold on, give me a minute. What is that? He cut off the helmet. He's wearing his soft cap. He cut the helmet so it's only around.
Is that Hernandez? Who is that?
That's Kike.
I thought so.
What is that?
He looks sour. I like that.
What is that? He cut the dome off. He cut off the dome.
I like it.
That's a trip. Dallas, is that legal?
Did he use it in the game?
I don't know. I'm guessing that's a yeah.
Dude, he's wearing that. Game. Dude, great. You know what? Good on him. He's not a pitcher. He's not used to fielding the pitching and the ball come at you 112 miles an hour. Good on you. A lot of safety in that, what he did there. And you'll notice on his hand, he's wearing the glove. So he was pitching, Eric. That's pretty smart. I give the Dodgers credit for that, man. Don't you?
It's weird. It's weird.
I'm surprised.
It's weird.
I'm surprised every team who pulls these shenanigans, putting a player in dangerous situation like that, isn't doing exactly that.
They used to have. Did you ever see Torres. He was a San Diego pitcher, a matter of fact. He had a helmet not like that, but he had a hat that was hard. Oh, it was the goofiest looking thing I've ever seen. That was weird, dude. That was weird.
Oh, again, I'll ask Eric, and I want an answer, a solid answer. Take a deep breath, think about it. We lose tomorrow and we split against Colorado. What say you then? Do things start getting?
If they lose tomorrow and they split,
what?
And they split against Colorado, it's not ideal. I would say I wouldn't be. The sky is falling. I wouldn't be acting that way, but I would be disappointed that it's not a good look.
Would you start coming to the realization that maybe this isn't a 90-some win team?
No.
Okay.
Now when we get into July and August, if they start looking weird, then I'll start getting scared, because you're getting into in August during the dog days, because that's where teams will make runs in August. Last year, not so much in August, but in September, Detroit came on strong in September. I mean, because again, you could have a good, say you have a good April, a mediocre May, a decent June, an okay July, a horrible August, but a fantastic September. Guess what? You're in it, man. That's the thing about baseball.
Dude, they're always, you know what?
You know how many more games?
I know how to read our chat, dude. I've been doing this a long time. Eric, it almost has a political flair to it. Hope springs eternal. Already preparing us, the excuses coming in early, preparing us, because if we split or we lose, the Padres got swept by the Rockies last year, Eric. So it's okay. If we lose the series, we get swept, it's okay, because the Padres got swept.
No, I don't think that's what Hope is trying to say at all.
Just the Padres got swept by the Rockies.
You know what they're saying?
So what is he saying?
Think what they're saying is, during a baseball season, a team like the Padres, who were one game away from going to the CS, can get swept by a shitty team like the Colorado Rockies. It does. Just because you get swept by a bad team doesn't dictate how you're going to finish the end of the season or how you're going to do in the playoffs.
So if we get swept by Colorado this weekend, then it's okay.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Because San Diego got swept by them last year.
Yeah,
and look where they ended up.
Look,
so it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not saying it's okay. What I'm saying is it doesn't dictate what is going to happen at the end of the season. Because again, it's not the end. If we're talking the last week of baseball and it determined whether or not you're going to get into the wild card or not, well then, yeah, that's devastating. That is absolutely, earth-shattering as far as the fan base is concerned.
And I'm fired up tonight. So let's look at this comment, all right? Our old pal Robert. Lou's in the chat, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen Lou for a while. I commend the Giants for making tickets affordable, Eric. This isn't a charity operation they're running. They're selling $5 tickets to fill the stadium, because they're not filling the stadium selling tickets at $30 and $40 and $50. They're selling $5 tickets. And Roberts, I commend the Giants for that. No, it's because they haven't been able to sell their product.
You know what I'm getting ready to hear? I'm not going to even say it. Forget it. Not going to even say it. Because it would be smart. Because it could, never mind. It could capture some of the fan base, but never mind. Not going to even go there. Not going to even go there.
At $5, Eric, for a Major League ball game, $5.
That's huge.
That's
like
giving
cheap.
That's a free admission ticket, Eric.
That's a free admission ticket. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely. 100%. What's up, baseball guru?
And then this organization who's already making money, Eric.
Anthony knows what
they're
I'm
already
talking about.
making money. One of the richer teams in baseball. Then they're selling tickets for $5, and then they don't use the money. They've made a decent profit, but they're leaving a lot on the table, dude. And then when we don't spend money on decent players, then what do? You say, guess you shouldn't have been selling tickets for $5 a pop.
No.
It just doesn't seem like a very well-run organization, Eric.
Yeah. I mean, I have my issues with how they run, but you know what? If they're going to make cheap tickets for people, and hey, have at it. That's the club. If the club wants to do that, by all means, because guess who's going to benefit from it? The fans. If you look, I tell you what, things aren't cheap out there. This is kind of where I'm going. Things are not cheap out there, guys. And if you could go, if you're a baseball fan, you got, say, a family, say you got a wife, a son, and a daughter, right? Family of 4. You want to go watch a ball game? You're paying $5 a piece. That's cheaper than going to the damn movies.
And then
you're going to watch something,
the popcorn and the candy.
Right. Yeah. You're saving a shit ton of money. And guess what? You're watching a fantastic product out in the field right now.
And then Anthony's back. Anthony usually doesn't know what he's talking about. Glenn, you're not, he says, I don't know what I'm talking about. Glenn, you're misinformed. You're misinformed. So A, I'm either misinformed that they're not one of the richer teams in baseball, Eric, or B, they're not selling tickets for $5. I think I'm well informed. They're selling tickets for $5 and a penny.
Mm-hmm.
And they are one of the richest teams in baseball.
Yep.
And I'm not quite sure, Eric, you help me out here. You give me a lesson in baseball tonight, Eric. In Economics 101. Are they the only franchise that owns their stadium?
No, I don't think so.
Yankees would, right? The Yankees, I believe, own their own stadium.
Oh, that's a great question. Does Cohen own Citi Field? I think it's paid off, right? Where's my Mark?
Well, regardless, we're one of the top. We're a top tier team when you factor in we own the stadium. So I guess we really don't have to factor in other teams, but we own the stadium. Eric,
yeah,
this thing is built to produce money, and they're not. It's not reciprocal. They're not spending the money. Got to spend money to make money. And while it hasn't paid off initially, they're starting to spin their wheels out of the quagmire they were in early. See what the Mets are doing? They're starting to win baseball. You saw what
dude, they've been winning. They're good.
You saw what kind of start they were on, and people were poo-pooing that they went out and spent
I know
contract. Well, guess what?
But that's the problem. That's why you got to be careful, because 2 weeks of baseball in the scheme of things is not enough. It just isn't, man. It isn't. That's why you got to.
That's what I keep telling everybody every night. Don't get caught up in this. We're 10 games over 500, Eric. It's early. When we win 79, let's see who's at the table going.
But I also don't think
Glenn was right.
But I also don't think that because if you go into a bad stretch, that you're the most awful team. You see what I'm saying? It could go both ways. Okay, there's Mark. Yes, Cohen owns the stadium and the property around the stadium. There you go. That's what I thought.
Robert says maybe a family of 4. He agrees with you. Now, family of 4.
Dude, that's awesome, man, because you just can't, man. It's killer. Killer, man.
Well, that's good for the fans, Eric. Good for the fans.
It is. I'm on it, right? It is.
So
good
that's
for
a
the
miss.
fans.
So next year, if there's a high price, Tucker goes available next year, Eric, and we say, oh, the Giants didn't know. They just said they weren't spending that.
Bye-bye, 501 tickets. Bye-bye.
I'm going to say to you, what the hell were we doing selling tickets, Robert? Don't come back next year, Robert, and go, holy crap, we didn't sign Tucker. When you're selling tickets for fun. Hey, the fans got to go and see some baseball this year, Eric.
I tell you what. That's just when you own a club, you can do whatever the hell you want with your prices, right? I mean, you can. If you're bringing in people and you notice, hey, maybe I need to jack up the prices here. I mean, they do that right now anyways with dynamic pricing, right? Are you going to play the same ticket to go watch the Marlins as you do the Los Angeles Dodgers? No, you're not. It's dynamic pricing. So they're going to do that. They're going to have it's going to be the same way. If they go out next year and they sign freaking Kyle Tucker, right? And the Giants become a very good club, well, then, the prices are going to rise. It's economics, right?
Okay, so just don't get upset next year if we don't sign any decent free agents.
Yeah,
we don't spend money, and then
that sucks out.
Then I'll be back a year from now saying, Eric, what were you thinking? We weren't going to sign anybody selling tickets for $5. What are you talking about? What's in the coffers? Dude, they made their profit.
They're already making
nothing
their
left
profit,
over. Yeah. They made their profit. They pocketed the money, and there's nothing left over.
And to be honest with you, is ticket sales really the biggest? I think we looked at it. I think we broke it down. Majority of the money coming in for clubs is what? TV deals. That's where all the money is coming in from. Ticket sales, is a small percentage in the whole scheme of things. Merchandise, I wouldn't be surprised if merchandise brings in more money than freaking ticket sales. Would not be surprised. It's just the way the game is right now.
Yeah, but how much of that does the team get, Eric? You got your major percentage doesn't go to
Oh
the
yeah,
team.
it
goes
to
to Fanatics.
How much? Well,
it goes to Fanatics, and then a guy like Jung Hoo Lee, for every jersey that's sold, he gets his cut.
Yeah, they get a certain cut, right? And then
all of a sudden, it's like paying taxes, dude. Your dollar is only worth.
But think about it. If you're charging $150 for a jersey, how much do you think it costs to make that jersey?
$150. You're lucky to get one at that price.
Okay, we'll say whatever. Say $200 for a jersey. How much do you think it costs to make that? And we all know where it's made.
Probably about
$5,
I was
maybe
say between
less.
$4 and $6.
Okay, so the rest. So the markup is freaking huge. So pretty soon it's going to be more, but just the nature
Tom
of the beast.
says, how much are Valkyrie tickets? I think they were $4,000. Yeah, and they sold out in the first day. So I will have fun because I got 2 of them.
If you could get down here.
Yeah. If not, I'll sell them.
Yeah.
I'm selling my right now. You can sell for what I paid for season tickets. You can sell the Iowa game for about $3-4 grand for the tickets for one game.
Jeez. Midlab, thank you, sir. Make sure you guys, if you like what you're watching, subscribe, hit like. We'd appreciate that, guys. We don't say it enough, but thank you, Mitt. Appreciate that.
Another month. Another month.
What's up?
And the Valkyrie will be on the court, man. Season's a month away. Their training camp's underway. Well, the guys are bringing it up in the chat. They're excited.
Who's excited?
Oh.
Who's excited? Come on. There's only one person excited in this entire thing about that.
See, we can argue with our comments, but see, this doesn't make Senior makes no sense whatsoever. You see, where is he? He keeps popping up here. There he is. Senior says, no one cares. Well, someone must care if they sold out the season the first morning the tickets went on sale, Eric.
Oh, here we go. I'm not even partaking in this. Have at it.
Well, that makes zero sense. No one cares. Then there would be no ticket sales. They're sold out.
Oh, man.
No one cared.
I think what he's trying to say, no one cares in the chat. And to a certain extent, there may be a few fans out there, but
Dean's going to get his first. I'm going to take Dean to a game.
Nice.
Yep. Dean's going to catch a game with me. If I can tear him up. You got to get a scorebook for the NBA, though. You got to get a basketball one.
Aaron. Yeah, that ain't happening. The only person who'll be showing up is Glenn.
I'll be there. Can't wait.
Oh, man. Where are we at here?
No,
baseball guru.
No,
yeah, I'm
Robert.
not big on baseball.
No, Robert.
The Giants should be praised.
No, Robert.
For lowering the price.
Because that is poor business. That is what that is. Robert is in here every night and he raves about this team, Eric, about the quality. This isn't a good team. This is a great team. If it's a great team, why are they selling tickets for $5, Eric? Is it for we're passionate about our it's not about making money. It's not about baseball. It's
yeah, I know.
Bullshit.
I
It's about the fans, Eric. Bullshit. It's about the fans.
I hear you.
They're selling $5 tickets because they don't want. Dude, if I tell you you're gonna have $5, you're gonna work your ass off, and I might give you 20. You can say, "I'll take the $5. I'll just take the $5." The team doesn't want empty seats. I'll just take the $5.
Yeah.
$5, Eric. Man, we're talking Eric.
That's fair.
What's
fair.
Eric's line? It's baseball. Major League. Eric, $5? We're talking Oakland Athletics now. We're talking the same plateau as the A's. Come on.
Wow.
The A's sell tickets for $5. You'd be like, cheap-ass organization. Just saying, $5, dude.
Robbie Dizzle making some moves. Lowering the price, the loots, the value of your project.
What's he doing?
He dropped the pitcher. Go pick him up.
I'm looking right now. What's he doing?
Hey, a couple of trades happened over the last couple of days.
Oh, they did? Who picked up Ty France? That's a mistake.
There was a couple of trades. Anyone see who got some trades done?
Eric, I got a question. Who is AJ Bluebow?
Not sure. Never heard of him.
Yeah, neither have I, but somebody picked him up.
Don't know. We'll find out.
And I'm not trading with anybody anyway. I told you I don't trade with anybody whose name begins with D. And now, you know how you end up off Glenn's trade list?
How's that?
If you change your name during the season. I can't keep track of who's who anymore. It's just like, who's this? Some guys change their team name 6 times in the first month of the season.
Oh, does it matter as long as they got the player you want?
No, I don't want their players. I'm in first place by 260 some points, Eric.
Oh, he dropped. Go pick up Jordan Hicks. He just dropped him.
I don't want Jordan Hicks. I got Landon Roop from him.
No.
For free.
I dropped Landon Roop.
Oh, I got him from you. I
dropped him.
So we better have a hell of a game tomorrow.
What's happened every time you picked up a player that I've dropped?
They end up in freaking AAA. That's where they end up.
Yeah, exactly. I made a couple of trades the last couple of days. Made a trade with Dilly, and I made a trade with Marcus.
I didn't understand the Dilly trade. What happened with Marcus?
Picked up Arias.
I saw you had him in the lineup. Who'd you give up?
Trey Turner.
Ooh, Eric. Gutsy. Oh, what a move by Eric. Pulling a Farhan move.
How about that, huh?
Let's give up the long ball for a little Punch and Judy action. I like it.
And then I got another first baseman and Michael Bush from Dilly. Gave him Mitchell Parker. Yeah. Not too bad.
Pulling the...
Not too bad.
To do what Dan did last year.
No, not at all. I'm trying to help both clubs. A need. Look.
Now you sound like the freaking San Francisco Giants. Eric's making... This just in, Eric's making major deals to help the other club.
No, think about it. This is what I'm doing. I needed for fantasy. You have to do that. I had a surplus of shortstops. Marcus said he needed a shortstop, so I said, "All right, I'll take Arias," and then we just were able to get it done. Had to go back and forth. A lot of people want Lee. I ain't giving up Lee. A lot of people want Lee.
How many points is he getting you though per game?
No, it depends. Sometimes he gets me a few. Today, what did he get me today? Hold on, let me see.
I looked at his stats last week and I thought he's decent. Again, decent player.
No, he's solid. Today he got me 3 points, and he only had a hit and a walk. Right? No, a hit and a run scored and an RBI or something like that.
So Jung Hoo 3-1-1 -2. 6-3-1-4 -1 -1 -3-1. Yeah. The Yankee game 15. That was awesome.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't have a bad day today, man. Again, I had a great day today. Holy crap. Polanco 16, Rice 15, Bellinger 12. Sweetness.
How was your pitching?
Not
so good, right? Not so good.
I had one bad one. And Smith, I don't even know how you say it. Smith Shaver, 16. Jack Dreyer, 6. And I haven't got my 3 for the win yet, so that'll be 9. So my pitching is going to only get me like 10 points.
Yep.
But I got 51 from my hitters tonight. And
you had
I lost 2. It was rained out. I couldn't get a...
Yeah, the Yankees, because I know you got a couple of Yankees, and I know the Yankees went off today, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yankees crushed the Orioles, so you're going to get big points. Doesn't happen all the time, but it's nice when it does.
I'm hoping that by middle of May, I can get off the whole pitching routine.
It's going to be too late.
What do you mean too late?
You're almost at half of the innings pitched allowed. Almost.
Yeah, I can back off. I'll throw like one pitcher every 2 days. It's what I've been building for the rest of the season, man. Have you looked at my injured list and not available list?
Yeah, your entire bench is consisted of ILs.
Ha-Sung Kim, Colton Cowser, Tyler O'Neill, Eddie Rosario.
But you're also going to have to make moves to get rid of players to get those guys in your lineup.
Oh, take some. I'm just going to wave. Tim Tawa, he's gone. JP Crawford, he's gone. Real Muto, I may just wave him. Do you know Real Muto has not had a game yet this year, Eric? He had 8, 5, and 4. 0, 1, -2, -2, 4, 1, 3, 0, 1, -1, -1, -2, -2, 1, 0, 1, 1, -2. That is not your everyday player. He's got to go. I might just waive him. Nobody wants to trade. You can pick him up for free. Put him in your lineup, for God's sake. Help me out here. How are the standings looking in our league, Eric?
Not too bad. Where are we at here? Where are we at? You're in the lead. Dan is in second. Cliff is in third. Droopy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Mike O is in fourth. Droopy is in fifth. Marcus is in sixth. I'm in seventh. Senior is in eighth. Robbie is in ninth. Dilly is in 10th. Will is in 11th. And Ibrahim is in 12th currently. But look how close everything is. It's unbelievable.
I know. I got my eye over my shoulder at I think it's Dan whoever the hell Ramirez is. I haven't even seen him in the league before.
That is Dan.
Yeah, I've got a 204-point lead over second place Dan.
Yep. It's because you're streaming the starting pitching, so that's what's getting you all the points.
That's good. And then I'm just going to maintain. Then I'll go games where I don't throw a pitcher, and when somebody starts to creep up on me, I'll just throw the pitchers back in. Okay. My goal was to get a big lead, and then I got room to wiggle. I'd hate to be, no offense, but I hate to be. Dilly had this thing figured out. And I actually, before the season started, I think in the green room one night, I said to you, is it Eric?
You know what I'm telling you right now?
And closers.
I'm going to tell you something right now. No, I'm telling you, you better be careful with Dilly. I think he's going to be making some moves. Going to have to be careful with him. I think I know what he's going to do. I think he's doing exactly the opposite of what you're doing. I'm just throwing out. I think what he may do, he may just be
a 5. What am I? How many? 450, 500 point.
Doesn't matter, because you know what he's going to do at the very end? He's going to stream all starting pitching. And then you have no more pitching to throw out there. And then he's just going to.
So you know what's going to happen? Be careful. I'm doing it, and I've only got a 204-point lead, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened tonight. 3 starting pitchers. One had 11. One had -15. Every night, if you throw 4 pitchers, it's like trying to win a parlay in sports. I got the first one right, second one right, third one right. I didn't quite get the last one, and it weighs you down like an anchor.
It can, but I think he'll be litigious in what he's doing. I got a feeling.
Dilly. We'll see. Speaking of Dilly, where the hell's he gone? Is he?
Yeah, he's out there. He's out there. I've seen him out and about.
Last time we talked to Dilly.
Yep. Yeah, see, Dan, yeah. Yeah, I saw him. Matter of fact, what did I see him? I saw him the other day. He always says this team is fun. I'd agree. The team is fun.
We'll see.
It's going to be fun, though, man. Going to be fun.
It makes watching the games interesting. I watched the Yankee game tonight.
Oh, that was a freaking the Yankees, man.
I turned on to see how Chandler Stevenson. I always call him Stevenson. I don't know why. Chandler Simpson was doing tonight.
Nice.
He didn't do too well. But still, when you get 51 from your hitters, I'll take that all day. Plus, I think he was 0 for 5, but you don't lose any points. So
No, as long as he doesn't strike out or
right,
ground to do double plays.
you just what's Dan talking about? As a heads up, Glenn.
You can't use Fab to buy innings.
What's Fab?
He's joking. The money, or the fake money that you got to bid on guys who are who've been waived.
I spent most of that already.
Yeah, you spent a lot.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about something fresh. Torpedo bats, Eric. I still maintain that these torpedo bats are worth their weight.
I don't know. What's his name? Patrick
Bailey
Bailey
looks to have a nice swing with that bat.
And you know what? But it's not going out. He crushed one in Oracle Park. Only went to the warning track, left center.
Yeah, but that was a home run in every other stadium in baseball, though.
But yeah, and today I think he got one, and it was basically a lazy fly ball to center field there in his last at bat. No, not his last, second to last at bat. So I don't think it's.
I picked up.
You
I picked
still
up
got
guys with torpedo bats.
You
hitting home runs
still
every night now.
You still got to make contact on the sweep part of the bat. So I don't know. I don't think it's as a big a deal as everyone made it seem. I think it just got notoriety because in the first game of the season, was it the first game? Yeah, first game of the season, Yankees went out there and just smashed a bunch of damn home runs all over the place. And I think it got overblown. I think there was a little bit of overblown stuff going on there.
Yeah, when
Dallas says I maintain they're much ado about nothing. Sometimes they are. Yeah, I think it depends. If you get it on the sweet spot, man, it's going, right?
Look what O'Neill Cruz did for me last week. Holy crap.
I got him on in Vince's league. Yeah, I know.
He started swinging that bat, and it's just popping off of him. But, man, he went 2 or 3 games in a row. Just home run. Looking good. And the guy I picked up in the draft, Eric, and I knew he was decent. He was good. But I didn't have him in my top, he's probably my 4th catcher. I had Real Muto up near the top. This guy
Real Muto was my number 1 guy last year. Him and Ohapi were my guys last year. I loved Ohapi. Real Muto was okay
last year.
Yeah. And I got him in Vince's league, and he's doing well. I think Ibrahim has him.
I have the number 1 catcher in baseball as far as fantasy, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, that guy's good. Yeah.
Dude, he was cooking again tonight. He had multiple points. He didn't have any home runs tonight, but he had a couple of walks. 1 for 2. 1 for 2. 2 walks. Friggin' Polanco, free agent. 2 for 3. 5 RBIs, 2 home runs.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was out there. I would have freaking grabbed him.
Ben Rice, 15. 2 home runs. See, my home run hitters are coming now.
They had a good game today.
I'm excited because I'm 204 points up, and I've been doing it with pitching. My hitting has been atrocious, and I'm slowly piecing together what I want. I didn't have a strong dude. Some nights 4 points, 6 points.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's all that all your points. About what 80% of it is probably off pitching, right?
Yeah, I have, and then to lose. Oh, talk about a kick in the gonads. Geez, you see, what's his name? Colton Cowser's been placed on 60-day DL.
Yikes! What's he hurt for?
I don't know. Anybody know out there? He got hurt there.
It should say in the write-ups. If you look in the write-ups and
good idea.
Fantasy, you'll see it.
Usually quick to run to those too.
That's not good.
Colton Cowser. Expected to resume baseball activities in June.
Oh, shit.
He's got a bad thumb.
Fracture. Got to be a fracture. All right.
Yeah. He only played 1, 2, 3, 4. He got hurt. He got hurt in the 4th game of the season.
He suffered a bruised ego. Oh, man. That's rough. That's rough, Dallas. Oh, my gosh. That's pretty good.
Brandon Nimmo's strange case. He had a big game.
Oh, he had a hell of a game the other night. Hell of a game.
He had a good game on the weekend. The next day, they pulled a San Francisco Giants like Flores. He had a huge game, and the next day he wasn't in the lineup. I thought, oh, geez, because Dan's got him. I said, oh, Dan's not dressing him. He was benched. I was like, wow. Wow.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so tomorrow, the series finale.
Yeah, series finale. Exactly.
What do you expect? We're facing the right-hander, but Michael King
It's
is
going to
a
be
good
tough,
pitcher.
man. I don't know. I don't. If Roop can come out and have a better game, yeah, it's going to be a tall order. Man, I don't know. If Roop can't command the zone, it's going to be tough. Gosh dang, I don't know. I don't know if they pull this one out, to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to be able to get it done against
So
San
Eric's
Diego.
calling
Right
for a Padres sweep.
Yeah, I think it might be.
How dare you, Eric?
I know, right? But I think that's what it's going to be.
All right.
People asking when I'm going to do MHC again. I don't know. Maybe this weekend. I don't know. We'll see.
Marcatno must have gone back to the future. He knows the score's going to be 6-2 tomorrow.
Follow me on Twitter, and you'll get a whole lot of my commentary on what's going on out there. So follow me on Twitter.
There must be a lot.
Always.
We never get into it on here. I want to be a guest on your show, Military History, Eric, where I can let it all hang out.
Oh
Tell you
man.
what I think.
But I'll see. Maybe this. I kind of want to stick to a topic, to be honest with you, because, man, I can only keep doing that same stuff over and over, and I don't want to keep doing it.
What's going on in the Middle East, though?
Not here. Not here. Not
Oh,
gonna
well.
do here.
No, but I mean, you got other.
It's going. I mean,
there's things to talk about
Oh yeah, there is.
besides straight up politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots on your plate.
Always. Always.
The Vegas Golden Knights score in overtime. They beat Minnesota tonight. There you go. All
Yeah,
right,
I
Eric,
have to-
I want to get out of here. So
Yeah. Let's do
tomorrow,
it.
it's an
Let's get outta
afternoon
here.
game. I'll catch you tomorrow night, 8:00.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds
yep
good.
For that. Yep.
Yep.
For that. See who I can yell at a little bit tomorrow.
Right.
See if they're mad at you. If we lose, they're going to blame you. You're saying it's going to be sweet. I'm not saying anything.
Thanks, Tom. I try, man. Tom, follow me on Twitter. You'll see.
Here's
what
my
I'm talking
question
about.
for Dean. If Dean does Dean do what the students used to do, what I used to do, Eric? So if Dean is a teacher, teaching high school, Giants are
Tom.
playing afternoon. Okay, you guys can read from chapter 6 while I work on some term papers. Has he got the scorebook going? Here's the pitch. Strikeout. Oh, that's okay.
Oh my gosh.
I want to know if he's tuned into the game, or if it bothers him. Maybe he's in a position where he can't. An afternoon game, he's out of it. He's out for the count.
Yep. Could be.
You and I.
And then I'm guessing tomorrow we're not going to probably see Patrick Bailey. We'll probably see Huff behind a dish. Day after night game. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, day after night game. Usually you don't see the catcher go out there, so I would not be surprised.
Hey, not to get everybody excited before the end of the show. You know who I didn't see tonight?
Don't call his name. He'll pop out of nowhere, man.
And on that, before he pops out of a cake somewhere, I'll see you tomorrow night, Eric.
Yep. See you tomorrow night, guys. Have a good one. And yeah, we'll see you. Follow me on Twitter. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.